This mom developed pregnancy-related cancer. She didn't expect her twin sister to do such a thing. In 2018, months after Sarah Sharp gave birth, she had a period that lasted more than a month. After various tests, Sharp, then 31, learned some unexpected and scary news. She had a rare uterine cancer. To treat it, doctors eventually needed to perform a hysterectomy. Sharp was devastated because she had hoped for another child. But her dream of having another baby came true when her twin sister Kathy Stoner volunteered to be her gestational surrogate. This is so healing and so incredible, Sharp, 33, an architectural sales representative in Nashville, told Today parents. It's such a great example of selfless love. For me, it has challenged me in ways to understand how I can love people better and ways I can be there for people selflessly. After uterine cancer caused infertility, Kathy Stoner offered to carry her twin sister Sarah Sharp's baby. If you have not done so already, please subscribe to our channel and click that notification bell to get inspired by these real-life stories every day. Now, back to the story. When Kathy Stoner first offered to carry her twin Sarah Sharp's baby, she said it to lighten the mood. But she really did want to help her sister have a baby after she underwent a hysterectomy following a rare uterine cancer. 9 months after having her first child, Charlotte James, now 4, Sharp had a period that didn't stop for 35 days. At first, she thought maybe it was just a postpartum change, but Stoner urged her twin to take a pregnancy test, which was positive. After that, follow-up tests just led to confusion. The doctor maybe thought Sharp had miscarried and worried she had an ectopic pregnancy, but when they couldn't find any sign she was ever pregnant. The emotional roller coaster was almost debilitating, Sharp recalled. When they realized it wasn't a miscarriage, the whiplash of that was devastating because it created more fear. Okay, if it's not a miscarriage, what is it? Having cancer as a new mom was tough for Sarah Sharp. She learned to cherish the moments she felt well with her daughter and appreciated all the support she received from her family, courtesy Sarah Sharp and Kathy Stoner. Her OBGYN performed a dilation and curettage, DNC, and set the tissue to be tested. That's when Sharp learned what caused the bleeding. She had choriocarcinoma, a fast-growing and rare uterine cancer that starts in the tissue that would normally become the placenta, according to the U.S. National Library of Medicine. She immediately began treatment with an oncologist, but being diagnosed with cancer in her 30s brought back memories of her father, who died of leukemia in his 30s when the twins were just 4. Cancer has touched our lives at a young age. He was diagnosed in his 30s as well, Sharp said. Cancer has always been a discussion in our family. Sharp underwent surgery and then began oral chemotherapy treatment, but she had to switch to intravenous chemotherapy because the first drug wasn't working. It was 5 chemotherapy drugs where I was overnight in the hospital. That was pretty tough, she said. I did that for about 6 months and I was actually pronounced cancer-free. Then in 2019, the cancer returned. That's what led me to do more rounds of chemo and a hysterectomy, Sharp said. When Sharp had her first surgery, doctors mentioned they might need to remove Sharp's uterus in the future. At the time, Stoner said she'd be a surrogate for her sister. I jokingly said, "It's okay, I'll have your babies," and we laughed about it. Stoner, 33, a dietitian in Franklin, Tennessee, told Today parents. I was trying to lighten the mood, but it was my way of saying I'm here for you. Sharp didn't think her sister was making a serious offer. In the moment, it was comic relief, and I thought to myself, how wild would that be, Sharp recalled. She's always had a generous serving heart, so I knew it was coming from a deep, genuine place. Having her twin sister carry her daughter has made Sarah Sharp feel overwhelmingly grateful. Even though Stoner was trying to make Sharp feel better, she meant it. When it got really serious, we were just hoping Sarah would be okay. It was really gut-wrenching and hard, Stoner said. Before she had her hysterectomy, my husband and I had another conversation about offering to help them in this way if it worked out. In the spring of 2020, when it was clear Sharp was in remission, Stoner brought the matter up again. Stoner has 2 children, Ruthie 6 and Sam 4, and always had easy pregnancies and enjoyed being pregnant, so they then discussed it with their husbands. Sarah and Richard wanted to make sure I didn't feel pressure, Stoner said. We had lots of talks about if this happens, what does it look like? After that, they started the process of creating an embryo. At first, Sharp didn't know whether she had viable eggs. After undergoing so much chemotherapy, her egg quality could have been impacted, but it turned out her eggs were unaffected, and she and her husband were able to create 3 viable embryos. We've been through so much with Sarah's health that a little bit of waiting and a little bit of unknown was honestly nothing compared to the years before, Stoner said. We were prepared for it to take a long time. But it didn't. The first embryo Stoner received implanted. It was really refreshing to get those green lights because we'd come from a couple of years with bumps in the roads, taking detours, receiving hard information, Sharp said. It was an answer to our prayers. Stoner's carrying a boy. Sharp will catch the baby and cut the umbilical cord. The pregnancy's gone well and it's easier to go through it with a twin. It's been helpful to have Sarah do it with me, Stoner said. Sharp says she felt touched by her sister's gesture. I'm so honored and grateful for this incredible gift, she said. I never thought in a million years we'd have another baby, and the fact that we have a son is amazing. It felt really easy because Kathy and I just communicate really well." When the first embryo implanted in Kathy Stoner, she and her twin sister Sarah Sharp felt overjoyed. Sharp and Stoner both said they're grateful this pregnancy brought them ever closer together. "We've learned a lot about each other," Stoner said. "We've learned how to work together as a team through this pregnancy in a really incredibly special way. It's rare that you're in something that's really special and once in a lifetime," and Sharp agreed. "This journey has definitely been something we'll never forget." If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up and consider sharing it with someone who may find it interesting. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.